Agad-agad para sa Tag Gising na meron tayo agad makakasama with your hot momchi, Maria Maldita.
And of course, your Brecky Body, my name is Johnny Biryani na sobrang excited ngayon dahil itong makakasama natin ay talaga nga namang hinihintay na po namin ni Maria Maldita dito dahil marami kaming gustong tanungin sa kanya tungkol sa ilang mga celebrities, mga OPM artists na nakapunta na sa venue kung saan, eto, pag-uusapan natin kung saang venue nga ba yan. Na paborito natin, Maria Maldita, right?
Yes, lagi po kaming present dyan ni Johnny Biryani. Umabsent lang ata kami nitong Sunday dahil sa show natin na Tag Gising.
Correct, kinakabahan po kami baka hindi kami makagising kasi ng maaga. So itong makakausap natin na ito ay talaga nga namang magandang chance para ma-explore natin or malaman kung ano nga ba yung parang proseso na magpatakbo ng isa nga naman sa mga busiest venues here in Dubai. Makakasama natin ngayon live na live mula dito sa Tag 91.1 studio para sa Tag Gising na ang General Manager of Coca-Cola Arena, Mark Yan Carr. Welcome to the show!
Good morning. What an introduction.
Good morning. Yeah, that's too long, no? Because we're really talkative. So we Filipinos are really loud, really talkative, and really full of energy. Come on, yeah.
Because we're talking about a Filipino concert, so we're so full of energy. Woo, woo.
Yeah. How are you, Mark?
I'm good, thank you very much. Straight off the back of a great Dayonella show just the
we
other
were
week,
there.
so very exciting.
Yeah.
It's our first time not to attend a concert on a Sunday night because of our show for Tag Gising na. So we're
That's why I had
really
to come in.
sad.
That's why I had to come in and have a conversation with you guys and say we didn't see you.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's our first time, no?
Yes, of course. And he's our first studio guest for our new show.
Yes! Our
Double the
first
introduction.
interview.
Double the introduction.
Yes, of course.
So,
Go ahead.
Mark, of all the Filipino artists you've seen perform here in Dubai, which performance really impressed you the most in Coca-Cola Arena?
In the Filipino world or any artist in general?
Let's focus
Filipino
on
world.
the Filipino
Filipino
world.
Ben and Ben.
Ben and Ben. Oh my gosh. You know, I have a trivia with Ben and Ben. Two members of Ben and Ben, the Ben and the other
And the
Ben.
Ben.
Paula and Benjamin. They are now two of the coaches for The Voice Kids in the Philippines right now. What's about Ben and Ben?
Listen, I think it's the fact that it's they have grown together to make this happen, and and it's probably the perfect story of musicians that have worked very hard and just there to entertain and try to contribute to their families, and next thing you know, they are playing in music halls, then theaters, then clubs, then arenas, and then internationally. And whether that's a standalone concert or festivals like Off Limits in Abu Dhabi, it's absolutely incredible to see.
You know, Mark, I was really surprised with Ben and Ben's crowd back then because I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that much of an audience, no? Because after we had like a major event back in like 2020 or 2021, I'm not sure if I can mention Expo 2020
Yeah,
Dubai. A lot of Filipino events back then, or we had a lot of events back then, right? And when we resumed to live events, I noticed that not too much Filipinos are watching concerts. But then when Ben and Ben came, when we staged Ben and Ben at the Coca-Cola Arena, I was really amazed, and I was really happy for the team, for the group, because we're almost full house.
I think it was a tipping point. It was a tipping point of the
Yeah.
Filipino community to acknowledge that their artists, their homegrown artists, are now international performers. And that's
Right.
absolutely incredible.
And they
Yes.
came back again for another event. Mark, you've met so many artists backstage, of course, no? We want to know who stands out to you as the nicest or most down to earth, or any fun stories you can share.
Down to earth, I'm going to say is Curtis Jackson, Mr. 50 Cent.
Okay.
Absolutely lovely guy, just really intrigued about what's happening. Add to that is Tiesto, who's
Tiesto.
obviously
Of
performed
course.
in the building a few times
I think
and remembers.
he's Coca-Cola Arena's favorite.
He's Coca-Cola, of
One
course.
of the
Maybe he's my
most
favorite. Maybe it just so happens to
That's
be.
why, that's
exactly.
why.
Once a year. And we
Yes.
share him with like Untold and a few other people occasionally. But yeah, it's you can imagine these artists are performing all over the world. They're, for example, in Riyadh one day and Dubai the next, or Frankfurt, or wherever that could be in the world, Manila, and they're coming through different time zones, different rules and regulations. But yeah, we've never had an issue backstage where an artist is unhappy. If anything, maybe it's to do with sort of the sound quality or something along those lines. But we've addressed all that now, so we're good.
How about for the Filipinos?
Yeah, Filipino artists.
For the Filipino artists, very good one. I'm going to have to say probably River Maya.
River Maya! Oh my gosh, one of my favorite, and TJ Monterde
Yeah.
concert.
Of course,
Oh my
River
gosh.
Maya. I'm such a huge fan, of course.
Is there
Especially
do you
band
actually
with-
not have a favorite?
TJ Monterde's concert.
Yeah.
It was like before Dionella.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy
River
July.
Maya.
Yeah.
I love that.
So about regarding marriage proposal, this one happened during the TJ Monterdes concert. So we've also noticed more and more marriage proposals happening at concerts. Why do you think these events have become the go-to for those big moments? So do you have a favorite or most memorable proposal you've witnessed?
So I'm going to say actually our first ever wedding proposal, of course it's the Filipino nationals, was actually Westlife. In August, late August 2019. So we
I was
just opened
there.
the building.
I believe I was there. Yeah.
and
You can't remember the proposal?
I have. I have to take my meds. But I believe I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
So without any exaggeration, every single Filipino show, there is a proposal, whether it's in the crowd, in stage, or backstage, or before, or something along those lines. So we have a special request line now. So if you're thinking about proposing, get in touch with us. We can
Okay.
help
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
certainly make it special. We're even genuinely considering thinking of selling roses now.
That's
course.
nice. That's nice. With Johnny,
This, what?
let's consider this for your next proposal.
Yeah.
If you're planning on a concert.
You know,
So if there's any florists listening and they want to get in touch and we want to do a good deal on roses,
we have a friend.
Christinola.
There we go.
We have a
There
friend.
we go.
for the
She has a flower shop.
we'll give it to the artist as well.
Yeah.
Yes!
Of course. And I remember because back with Ben and Ben before, someone did a proposal or also backstage during
Correct,
the
correct.
meet and greet.
greets, yes.
That one was backstage.
Yes, and they're one of our avid listeners also here on Tag.
During TJ's Monterdes concert, it was like all over Coca-Cola Arena.
Yeah, but
down, up.
But that was the trend for TJ's concert
Yes,
already.
yes.
Like in every leg, like on
Globally,
that
correct,
specific song that he performs.
The Palagi song.
Yes, the Palagi song. So now, Mark, we've seen Filipino events in the UAE, as mentioned, grow bigger and bigger over the years. From your perspective, how have these events evolved? And why, again, how have these events evolved and why do you think they're becoming more popular?
Listen, I think the reality is the love of live music and experiences from our Filipino friends that live in Dubai, whether they're visiting with family and friends or long-time residents, it's there. It's part of the culture. It's part of the DNA. You guys love a singer-song. You love karaoke.
Yes.
Of course, we just did a while ago.
You know, sometimes the artist doesn't even need to sing. He just throws out the microphone to the crowd and it's perfect. You know, I remember Sarah and Bamboo when they came on stage and the screams. It was ear-deafening. But I think it's part of the fabric, and that's the most exciting part. And if, you know, our ambition is we live in this incredible city of Dubai, represented by so many different nationalities. We're in this fortunate position in the media and entertainment to portray the quality of life and how things can really happen, those experiences, and what better way to do it by servicing the Filipino community with at least one concert as once a month, as best as we can.
Mark is really correct. It's part of our culture.
Yeah.
Especially
Of course.
singing with your idols on stage live.
Correct. And add to that, sorry to interrupt, we've obviously worked with, you know, focus groups and community groups, and you'll notice a lot of our Filipino concerts are on Sundays. That's specifically designed on Sundays because in the hospitality, in the retail space, in the office space, Sunday traditionally is a little bit quieter. We know Dubai is absolutely crazy. But there is Sunday is a little bit slower. We obviously do the shows a little bit earlier as well to please the family times, but this way it's less competition. You know, everyone can do their family and sporting and social activities on a Saturday, go to church on Sunday, up until sort of early afternoon, and then late afternoon, early evening, time for music.
Oh, that's why. Okay, thank you for answering.
It's answered our question, why is it always Sunday?
That's our
Less
question.
competition. Less competition as well.
Now we know.
Now we know. Now,
Yeah.
and now we understand.
Yep.
Now, Mark, the fans are always excited, of course, for what's next, right? So, can you give us a little sneak peek of what's coming up in your lineup?
So in the Filipino music's perspective, we have SW19, which is around the corner in 11th of October, followed
SB19,
by SB 19, followed by the PBA.
Oh! One of Filipinos' favorite PBA.
Of course.
Correct. 50 years. 50
Yes,
strong years. Coming back on Sunday again. Another Sunday. Look at
Oh, yeah,
that.
Sunday.
26th of October. So very excited. Not to obviously mention Dubai, not to forget, Dubai Basketball with our own Todi Ravanera
Yes,
back in the
yes.
squad for season 2. So both playing in
Thank you for the
EuroLeague and
gift.
so forth. Welcome.
So one last, Mark.
Go ahead.
Whenever people hear Coca-Cola Arena, it feels like the artist is on another level. Do you get to choose which artists are worthy of that Coke Arena stage and what goes into that decision?
What a great question. I'd love to tell you that we get to pick and choose every single artist that comes
I
through.
recommend one.
Please, listeners, if there is other Filipino acts that you want us to bring on, you can see we've got a commitment. Once a month, we're going to put on a show. But you know, I think it's very important. We live, as I said, in this incredible city, so it's a representation of the city. Today, when we look at artists, if we, for example, looked at Cup of Joe 2 years ago, perhaps they weren't an arena act. In the last 12 months, they have become an arena act. So it's about looking forward and planning what you can do, what does the market tell you, what are the trends, really work with key partners like Dubai Tourism and Sports Council, even platforms like Spotify, and really understand and look at those datas. But there is a big difference between an artist being liked and followed versus conversion of actually buying a ticket to see this artist as well. And so that's the tricky part. But, you know, all of us are doing a great job, and thanks to sort of Tag to really help push and elevate all these shows, because it's a phenomenal community, it's a stable community, and we've got a major commitment to our Filipinos friends that once a month we're going to have a concert.
And
Once
thank
a
you.
month.
And thank you for
Apart from summer. Just FYI, apart from summer.
Yeah.
Give us a break. Give us a little bit of a break, please.
Not on summer. Okay.
And of course, we want to thank them as well for letting our Filipino artists
Yes.
experience global stage as well through Coca-Cola Arena. One of our favorite venues, of course.
Yeah,
here
so
in Dubai.
Spotify is the big part.
Listen, data is key for us. We are, our position very much is we're a data-driven company. So whether that's an experience, whether it's an artist on stage, whether it's curation of food and beverage and anything else along those lines, it's data-driven. But it's one thing to understand that data, and it's another thing to be able to process it and make it work. So there's a lot of efforts that go through, and sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong, but it's about supporting those acts. And final point, just on ticketing. So obviously there's a massive rise of sort of Instagram and TikTok ads about fake tickets and
Yeah.
or
Right.
discounts. Please, guys, if you see a show, please go to the venue where the show is performing at. So whether it's Coca-Cola Arena or Dubai Opera or Etihad Arena or whatever it is, make sure that show is listed on the website, and please buy from authorized websites. So whether it's the venue site itself, whether it's Platinum List or Virgin Tickets, WeBook or Ticketmaster, please buy from authorized agents. Don't buy from Instagram, because it's a scam.
Yes.
Right.
Be careful. So before we wrap up our interview, we want to teach you some Tagalog words.
do it.
Words,
Let's
yes.
do it.
So-
Okay, so the first word is mini-mekaniko ni Monica ang makina ni Monica habang patumpik-tumpik na pumupulupot na pitong-puting pating sapan na pitong-pito sa may titibini habang tumutulan ng tibi-tibi-tim tibitom. Okay, your turn, Mark. Go ahead.
3 coffees or
That's
No, just kidding.
the result of 3 coffees. Okay, Mark, you're just gonna say, Ate,
Ate?
pabili po ng ticket.
Whoa, hang on. One more time.
Ate,
Ate,
pabili po ng ticket.
That means...
palipapo, mantike.
Pabili.
Populate, pantok, pantike.
Okay,
Close enough.
that's good, that's
Yeah.
good.
That's good. It means, Miss, can I buy ticket or SB19 tickets? It's like that.
There you go.
Yes.
Should we give away some tickets?
Whoa!
Of course.
Yes!
Let's give away some tickets.
So it's like 2 tickets, pair of tickets for SB19 or a different ticket?
Let's do a little bit more. Let's do 4.
Whoa!
2 pairs of 2.
Okay.
And I tell you what, because I'm in a generous mood, and you guys have been so grateful and hosting me, why don't we throw in some Disney tickets as well?
She was about to request
How many coffees have you had?
for her kids.
Oh my gosh, didn't do that. So we got 4 tickets for SB19
And 4 tickets for Disney.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh
Thank you
my
so
gosh,
much.
thank you so much, Mark!
Nakasama natin mga katag, of course, General Manager of Coca-Cola Arena, Mark Yan Carr. Thank you for joining us on the show, and see you at the Coca-Cola Arena.
Thank you, Mark!
Thank you.
Tag 91.1 Pinoy talaga.